Greetings and welcome to Risky Business, keeping you legal in 5 minutes or less. I'm Idra Anderson, Vice President of Risk Management and General Counsel for the San Antonio Board of Realtors. Today's topic is an oldie but goodie. Who picks the title company? While this is a question that you may have answered before, I have received the question just this week with a different little twist that I wanted to share with you. Most transactions these days involve a federally related mortgage loan, that is, one from a lending institution. The reason this matters is that transactions involving such loans fall under the auspices and regulation of RESPA, the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. Title IX of RESPA is typically the source for an answer to the question of who gets to pick the title company. Essentially, if the buyer is paying for the title policy, then the buyer gets to select the title company. But if the seller is paying for the title policy, then the title company becomes a negotiable item. However, RESPA specifically prohibits a seller from in any way conditioning the acceptance of an offer on a choice of title company. In other words, assuming the seller is paying for the title policy, the seller couldn't say to a buyer, for instance, "I'll accept your offer only if you agree to title company A." The tricky part comes, though, in that a seller can really reject an offer for any reason and isn't required to provide a reason to the potential buyer. So if you're representing a buyer and believe the seller is acting in violation of RESPA, either you or the potential buyer may file a complaint. As of last summer, the enforcement authority for RESPA is the brand new Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and RESPA complaints should be filed there. But you knew all of that, right? Okay, so here's the twist. What if there is no loan and you have a cash buyer? Remember I said above that RESPA only governs transactions involving a federally related mortgage loan. If you have a cash transaction, RESPA isn't applicable and everything we just talked about goes right out the window. Choice of title company essentially becomes a fully negotiable item between the buyer and seller regardless of who pays, and presumably, sellers could demand buyers agree to a particular title company or refuse to sell their property to that buyer. There's always a catch, isn't there? I hope this has been helpful to you. As always, I hope to see you on LinkedIn. Post your sticky situations there and let's discuss. But for now, here's wishing you less risk and more business. Take care.